Hello and welcome back to the Growl podcast. Thank you so much for being here. For first time watchers, welcome. I am the Lady Lioness, your gracious host, and each week I hunt down the topics you crave and the people you want to hear from. If you've got that same hunger, then you're in the right place. For our returning listeners, thank you so much for your support. You guys absolutely rock. This show goes live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And together we explore that inner growl, that undeniable fire inside that causes us to do what it is that we do. If you would please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. Go ahead and smash that notification bell so that way you get updates on everything that we're doing whenever I go live and release a new video, whenever I post something, so that if something's going to spark your interest, that's how you're going to find out about it. If you feel inspired to, please share this episode with a friend. If we are delivering a message that you think somebody else could benefit from, please share it. The more that you share and the more that you interact with us, the more we are shown to other people organically in the algorithm. Drop some love in the comments. I love to hear from you. I will feature your comment on the show. I love the engagement. The community engagement is what drives me to do this. And so the more I hear from you, the more you hear from me. That's what this is about. So taking our inner fire and sharing it with our tribe. And I want you to know that I'm here and you're here and you are my tribe and you belong here. I appreciate that fire that you bring to the Growl Pod community, and I absolutely love spending time with you. So before we begin, just a quick reminder. These shows and every podcast that I put out is for the mature audience. 18 plus only, please. If you are under 18, this is not the channel for you. This is not the show for you. What we talk about are topics that are adult in nature. We are all consenting. Everything that we discuss is from a place of safety, sanity, authenticity, and consent. So tonight we're turning up the heat on a hot new event coming to the tri-state area. If you've been looking for a sanctuary, a place to gather, to learn, to play with absolute intentionality, radical kindness, and safety, well, then you're in the right place and this is the show for you. We're taking a close look at one of the most anticipated regional gatherings on the horizon, brand new. It's a massive 3-day, 3-night hotel takeover coming to Piscataway, New Jersey, to our favorite hotel that we all know and love, over Martin Luther King weekend in January 2027. So just when we're in that lull, in between the holidays, we're burnt out from the hustle and bustle, from doing and being and showing up. This event is coming in to save us. So it is inclusive. It is expansive, and it will be the winter respite for our community that we have all been waiting for. So get ready, because tonight we are going deep inside Forbidden Frostland 27 with the brilliant minds behind the Florentine Flock. So joining us tonight to map out this spectacular kinky vacation are two true cornerstones of the tri-state community. This power couple is made up of two seasoned educators, organizers, and leaders who spent over a decade shaping some of the most influential spaces in the Northeast. From moderating NYC T&G and steering the ship as the former chair of TestFest and senior staff member, to Raina's slave holding a current role as an arbiter and board emeritus for Tess. We just had Tess on the show, the folks from TestFest last week. Their kink resumes are absolutely legendary. But beyond the titles and the workshops, they are community builders at heart. These two represent the vision, the passion, and the fierce dedication to consent, safety, and inclusivity that defines this event. Let's give a massive, roaring welcome to our guests tonight. Welcome, Mistress Raina and Raina's slave, the creators of Florentine Flock. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you for having
Hi.
Wow, that was
quite
an introduction. Thank you for that.
I am forever the hype girl. Okay. I was a cheerleader back in the day and it went right into my soul. So if I've got cool people to cheer for and you guys are cool people, I'm cheering for you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so very much.
Are you guys excited about the event?
Very.
I mean, yes. You should see our house. It's nothing but stuff for our event, and we're still 7 months away.
That's awesome. Well, that's how you know it's going to be so good, because you guys have a real jump on it. And that's the secret. That's going to be the secret to your success, I think. All right. So before we get into the meat and potatoes, I want to welcome the chat, because we have some people buzzing and I'm super excited to see them. Let's see who's here. Let's see. Andrew Twarden A. Hello. Hello, Andrew.
Hello.
And Angela Jones. Hello, Angela. Thanks for being here. Let's see who else is here.
Hi.
The M-Dags. Hey, hey. Let's see. Oh, Pervertistan is here.
Oh,
we love our friends at Pervertistan.
Oh, yes. Yes, we do.
And let's see. Who else is here? Sestra. Hi, Sestra.
Hey.
And then who else is here? Love the pod. Black Messy. This is Messy. Hey, Messy. Oh, and the folks at Xanadu. Hey, guys.
Oh, hi.
Thanks for being here. All right. And then Sophie Minkman. There she is.
Hey.
She is the leader of Pervertistan, if anybody wants to know. All right, guys. So we're going to get to know you a little bit. I would love for each of you, we're going to do ladies first in standard chivalry format. So Mistress Raina, this is for you. Tell us where it all began for you. How did you come to find BDSM as your path to living your truth?
Sure. So actually, my journey really did start with meeting my slave over here. He and I had met in college, which feels like a million years ago now, and it kind of was.
Not that
not that long ago, but anyway, so we had met, and he had mentioned, like, we had just started dating, and he had said, "Hey, there's this thing I'm interested in that could be really, cool if we explore this together." I'm like, "Okay, what is it?" And he's like, "Maybe you should try kicking me in the balls." And I feel like, who is going to say no to that? That is a fabulous opportunity. So I just ran with that. And I feel like it really brought out something in me that had always been there, that I just, couldn't really put into words at that point in my life prior to that. And then the two of us, we moved to New York together after college, and that's kind of how we really got into the scene. That's when we started, going out to NYCTNG and started to meet people and go to paddles and kind of get involved in the community. So for me, that's really where it started.
I don't think I was that forward when I said, "Hey, would you just kick me in the?"
You were pretty forward.
There is nothing wrong with the man who knows what he wants.
He knows what he wants. Exactly. And we've had such a great time ever since.
I mean, Mistress Raina really saved my life in so many ways. I mean that. I mean, I don't know what I would do if I hadn't met her. Right? She was, she came into my life at a time where I was not in the best place in my life, and she gave me a new life. The complete, that's no joke. She gave me the life I wanted to live. And, when it came like the kink, in that, it was really weird how I got involved in it, right? So when I was very young, I had a surgery called an orchiopexy surgery.
Okay.
and that's where one of my testicles didn't descend correctly, and so I had to have surgery, and it was incredible amount of pain for for a good solid 2 or 3 weeks, and so shortly after that, I can trace back being like masochistic to that surgery, even before I knew what sex was or anything like that. And then once you hit puberty, you kind of go down a rabbit hole with that, and then I remember I went to go see a dominatrix when I was 18. I was still in high school. When she didn't know I was in high school until like mid-session, and then she kind of got a little, but she knew I was 18. We were,
I guess she checked his
18. Yeah, 18
yes,
and 18 in high school.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so go on.
But honestly, that she was wonderful, though. But yeah, no. So that's how we kind of got started, and then we moved to the city together, which was a huge adventure, right? Because we're from the Midwest, and and then we planted roots in Manhattan for a good 7 years or so, and then
Yep.
That's very cool. Wow, what a cute little love story that was. Yeah, I love your origin story. So I want to know a little bit about what brought you to event organizing, because you both sort of got involved with NYCTNG. Tell us what got you into that.
Yeah, so we actually got involved with NYCTNG from their very first munch. We heard about it. We thought, hey, this is a good opportunity to meet like-minded people. We came out, we met a lot of people that way. We actually ended up meeting the two of the original founders of NYCTNG at Floating World that same year. And they pretty much messaged us. We started talking to them about a month after that. Then over a few months later, they kind of had to step back. They asked us if we would step up and kind of be moderators of the group. We ended up doing this for 4 years. And eventually it got to a point where we were hosting something every single weekend.
Ooh.
So we started out originally wanting newer, younger people to come out and go to different parties to kind of get a sense of, where they fit into the community, whether it was Tess or at the time there were DSF, the Fetish Tribe, any one of a number of parties that were going on. We would basically host the munch before the party, kind of gather everyone together. We'd walk over to the party together. So if nothing else, the newer people would at least know us at the party, if they had any issues or just needed someone to talk to, like we were there. And then eventually that turned into us hosting a party at Paddles as well. We would host a monthly party there. And yeah, same thing. We would basically, usually I would help run the munch, and my slave here would, he'd get the paddles set up for the party. And that's pretty much what we did every weekend for 4 years, every Saturday.
Wow.
It was wild. It was a lot.
Not boring.
There's always something going on. And I think too, we found that very rewarding, just getting to help the newer people, because it is very intimidating. I think especially back then, back in 2008, 2009, it was a whole different world kind of back then. And it was very intimidating, I think, for the newer people coming in.
I have to agree with that. I mean, when I came in around 2012, 2013, that's when I sort of found my path in. And I knew nothing from nothing. And most of the people that I was surrounded by, that I met at munches, were on the older side, which is fine for me. I relate very well. And my preference was always toward, folks of, I'm an old soul. So that's what I always gravitated toward. But yeah, there weren't very many people of my age. And then when I found out, like I ended up becoming involved with the South Jersey Munch and going there every single month, and TOG, the older generation, which is like the
Mhm.
step after TNG, the new
Right.
generation.
Mhm.
But that's where I hung out. Even though I fit into TNG, I sort of gravitated toward TOG, and that was just for direction. And
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
absolutely.
wanted to learn. So the fact that you guys got together and took the people of that particular age group and gave them a space to exist and
Mhm.
to be accepted and to be guided, I think that's huge. That was so huge for you guys navigating that landscape and helping others navigate that landscape back then. So this is good.
Yeah, I think, also like back then, TNG was a little bit of a precursor to, I think, some of the newer ways of, it was kind of, it wasn't quite vetting, but we created a kind of like a more curated space, if you will, to
Mhm.
allow people to, explore it without being necessarily, like creeped on or something like that.
Mm.
But I think, I do like some of like the newer parties, like the vetting procedures that many parties have now, and it's kind of like a precursor to that a little bit in some ways. But yeah, no, we and not only did we do NYCTNG parties at Paddles. I was the social share of Tess at the time. I used to run the Test parties at Paddles for many years,
I
and
was going to ask you if we could talk about your background with Tess, because you were really just quite a force, an impactful force when you were involved. So tell us more about that. Yeah.
yeah, well, it actually, at the time we were kind of, not as well off as we are today. And so in 2010, we wanted to go to both Test Fest and Floating World.
Hmm.
And we're like, well, I'll volunteer for one and we'll go to the other, right? And so
Hmm.
I first volunteered for Test Fest in 2010 as kind of like their IT chair, and I helped with promotions that year. And then the following year, we were on like several different committees, like we were promotions and IT, and I think Mistress Raina and I and two other people who were involved with NYCTNG, we ran special events that year. And then I ran for the board in 2011, and started running Test Fest in 2012, and did that from 2012 to 2015. It's a lot of work,
Yeah.
but it was, I always, when we that first year in 2012, when we started, Tess had, I think it was like $7,000 in treasury, and $5,000 of it was earmarked for a deposit for the hotel. And so, you're starting these things up, like you're doing this on a shoestring budget, and we were able to really pull it off. And over the course of those 4 years, we took the event from like a 350 400 person event to we ended that last year. I ran it was like 702 or 3 attendees,
Wow.
and so part of it was just focusing on the experience,
Hmm.
making things really, really cool, and just focusing on the attendee experience from the moment they enter the door, right? You want to show them a welcoming atmosphere, right?
Yeah,
Like you,
we want to get. I want to get into that with you a little bit later about that. Your
Mhm.
focus on the guest experience or the attendee experience, because I think that's important.
Yeah.
And like these are the people that are making, like, yes, you're planning the event, you're bringing the event to life,
Mhm.
but you can't have any event without people that care about it and to
Exactly.
care to attend it. So
Absolutely.
I love your views on that. In our chat beforehand, we did a little brainstorming session, which I totally appreciated. Went a long
Um,
way
th-
into into the focus and guidance here. So you have this incredible insight into community engagement. And I guess it just comes out of you naturally from hearing your origin story and on up to now. You're an incredibly engaging person as far as the community, and you have these really creative ideas on, you were working with a shoestring budget to make tests happen. And, here you are making a whole brand new event happen. And I have no doubt that you're going to experience success with this because, look at your track record.
What?
I mean,
I certainly hope so. But so far, I think things are really coming together. The amount of people who have reached out to us and have wanted to help, and I got a quick shout out to, I'm not going to mention them by name, but they know who they are. All the munch leaders around this area, especially in the northern New Jersey area. You know who you are. You have been invaluable, and we love you. And I know, in fact, there was one munch that's going on tonight that from two wonderful people. They just got engaged. They're just phenomenal people, and they have been just awesome. Like I can't even tell you just how awesome these people are. And
that's part of the reason we want to do this, because our community is so amazing. We just want to host this fantastic get together for everyone that we know.
And then from the North Jersey Femdom Munch, the game munch that is by two of our great friends as well.
So very validating when people come out to support you. And you know what I'm hearing from you? As you talk, and this just popped in my head. I'm hearing you do this and approach this with so much heart and so much love. I feel like you're looking at this like a party for our friends, like as opposed to this big event that's, it's just a big old slumber party with our friends at a hotel where we can just hang and chill and be.
Yes,
exactly. That's where everyone can be themselves all weekend long. And that's what we think is just really special about this community.
That's the thing about like big events, right? Like you gotta, like you can be a big event, but you gotta have a little heart in there, and you gotta show people that they matter to you. I remember, the one year I was running tests, somebody afterward was like, "Oh, you like," because we were there at like the front door, as the running the event. We were greeting people as they were coming in. Now we couldn't do it the whole time, but these were, our staff was off doing everything they needed to do, and they were wonderful and making everything run. And when everything was running like clockwork, then it gave us the opportunity to greet people as they enter. And one of the things that's really cool, one of the things that I have philosophies that I learned was that moment of first connection or reconnection is so vital to the overall experience of any interaction, right? It really is. And it's if you can get that right from the get-go, then you're gonna, it's gonna just make people feel welcome, make people want to be there. And then if there are any issues, they're more likely, don't worry about it, right?
It's on for the whole thing.
Yeah, it exactly. And so, obviously we're not perfect people. We're going to try our best for every single person who walks in the door to give them the experience that hopefully will last them a lifetime. That's awesome. If we're going to do our best. That's what I can promise is we're going to try our hardest.
I know that's true. All right, so let's talk about Florentine Flock a little bit.
Mhm.
A rose by any other name would not smell as sweet, huh? So tell us about the name. Where did that come from?
Right. So, okay. So the Florentine Flock. So we really chose that. I had studied abroad for 6 months in the city of Florence in Italy. And, that was in it of itself was a fabulous experience. So that's kind of where part of the Florentine comes from. And then one of my dear friends and a mentor who's kind of been in the scene, taught me Florentine flogging as a newbie. And it's one of my favorite things to do as well. I do more than just ball busting. I do Florentine and other things as well. So that's kind of where we were trying to come up with a name, and we really thought Florentine just kind of really resonated.
Well, not only that, we, when I decided to propose to Mistress Reina, we went to Italy.
Went back to Italy.
And tell us where you proposed, you rock star. Tell us.
So I did. I had never been to Italy, but I scoped out some place. But I ended up proposing to Mistress Reina in the Colosseum. In Rome. Unfortunately, that name was taken.
By our dear friends, yes.
No, I proposed to her in the Colosseum, and but then that same trip we went to Venice and then back to Florence, right? And Mistress Reina got to show me all the places that she went and ate at, and
it was wonderful to share that.
Yeah,
to share that with you.
And so if you look at our logo, it's actually it's a fleur-de-lis if you look at it, and it's that which is the symbol of Florence, right? So,
but with floggers.
But with floggers, yes. Which I guess that's also a religious symbol, but well,
it's all right. Here we are, and this is how we're using it. Very nice. All right. Well, there have been some comments in the chat, and I want to just take a walk through and give everybody some FaceTime here. Let's see. The M Dags. They are truly the most adorable couple I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. It's such an honor to be in their company. Aww.
So sweet.
Aww.
Kurdistan, as a nation, agrees.
That's very, very sweet.
Right back at both of you. Yes. No.
Very nice. And I think Sophie has something else to. You're not just for ball busting and Florentining, but meat tenderization.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Do you want to? We could do a quick aside. You could say. You could talk about that.
Well, so aside, and this is something we will be doing with Sophie McMahon at our event. Just a quick little sneak preview. So we will be doing a animal roast of some type. Still working out the details, but we've done this in the past, and it's hilarious and so much fun to have everyone involved in, tenderizing the meat and cooking the meat. And the one person was up there, and Sophie basically had different people come and do like different, the slave was a pig. Yes.
And so you had a pig roast.
Yeah, it was a nice pig roast.
Pig roast with the quartering of the pig. And of course, you have to have the apple in the pig's mouth. And,
of course.
And
season and prep and tenderize.
And you were doing the cooking
with my violet wand.
Cooking with the violet wand.
Yes, that was a lot of fun, and that is a special event that we're going to be bringing to our event as well.
I love this. All right, guys. Everybody's got to be there for the slave roast.
Yes. 100%.
Nice. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about the event, right? We're going to talk about it from, it's a little seed, and we're sprouting now. So when does it happen? What are the exact dates that it's happening?
So this will be from January 15th through the 18th over MLK weekend. So it'll be Friday through
Monday morning. So there probably won't be much that Monday morning. If there are enough people who, now I will say, if there are enough people who sign up for Sunday nights, we might be able to renegotiate with the hotel to extend our event, but that's
Wait, so we can hijack another night?
possibly. However, that's not. I cannot promise that.
Everybody run and buy tickets, book the extra night, so we can hijack this hotel another night.
Yep, if we have a solid turnout.
If we have
yes, it's definitely something we would ask of the hotel. So
because it is a new event, so we the contract basically goes. The hotel is ours exclusively on Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday until 3 p.m. But after 3 p.m., we're still going until midnight, 1 a.m. And we're actually sectioning off areas of the hotel that will be just for our attendees. And we're even going to have an area that's a private lounge so that, the attendees don't have to interact with anybody during those hours after 3 p.m. onward.
That's great.
But if we are able to, and not to, most people who've signed up so far, most of them have done 3 nights. So if that continues, we might be able to renegotiate some of that. So that's
TBD.
TBD. That's very cool. And I've been to a number of conventions, weekend events over the years. And I've been to ones that were exclusive and a complete hotel takeover for the entire duration until about Sunday. I also was at an event, I think one year GKE was not totally closed off, and there were like vanilla folk. And I was worried about that. But it actually ended up being okay. So there were separate spaces. I mean, there were some, where we had to walk past and we just looked like, the goth people walking through the hotel lobby. But it actually wasn't so bad. So, listen, I am down. If we can hijack another night, let's go. I'm in.
Yes.
So for you, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So we, we really hope that I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. So we did actually kind of do something similar back in with Test Fest back when I used to run it. So if people remember those Test Fests from 2014, 2015, that's how it will likely end up.
Okay. You've got some experience. This is not your first rodeo. But one of the things that I want to highlight here, and I think, we talked about it, we touched on it a little bit in our brainstorming session, is that now that it's your event and you've got some major investment in it, the stakes are a little higher, and especially that it's a brand new event. So not just is it your passion to bring this event to life, but you've got some serious investment in it, and that comes out of sheer love and a little bit of insanity, I got to tell you. But
yes, 100%. No, that's absolutely right. We just,
especially the insanity part.
But we really felt like during this time of year, you kind of highlighted it a little bit at the beginning of the show, that it's the time of year, the holidays are done, you're bored out of your mind, it's possibly snowing, there's nothing going on, it's depressing, you're in the doldrums.
Yeah, it's such a depressing time of the year. Everybody's taken down all the pretty lights, right? And it's like, oh, now we still got, several more months of this cold, awful weather before, spring hits. And
it just seemed like a great time of year to be hosting something like this, that, hey,
so right.
It's kind of, like I said, like it's kind of exactly like you mentioned at the beginning of the show, like it's just a time to get together with your friends and get together and
I mean,
celebrate.
there's so much bad going on in the world, and we wanted to do something, to to support our community that we love so much, especially at that time, because that's when this kind of hits, that kind of winter depression, everything, hits, and we want people to come together. We want to show them that they're loved and that you have a place here and you can, come hang out, have a great time, learn. And we plan, speaking of the lights, we plan on the entire courtyard. We're going to put lights all around the court. It's going to look beautiful.
Oh, it sounds like it's going to be magical.
You're going to look outside, right? And you're going to be like, wow, at least that's the hope.
Oh, I can't wait for this. And it's so hard, and I wanna just bring this to light a little bit, give it a little airtime here. When we get together with our families over the holidays, those of us who have the ability to, who do get together, many times, and thankful that there are some of us that we have families that are loving and accepting and take us for who we are. But there are plenty of us that don't have that. And it can be incredibly draining and hard to be around people that don't support you, that don't, that don't, maybe they support you, but they don't see you for who you truly are. And then to be in that sort of, trough, you got peaks and troughs, and to be in that trough that time of year and like, what's next? And to have this and your message being so inclusive and so loving and so accepting, and come here, you're you're part of our chosen family, you're our people, you're our tribe, whatever you want to call it. It's open arms, and it's here. Come back, we got you,
Exactly.
Yes.
And I
Chosen
love
family
that.
is so important.
Mm-hmm.
So important.
So community, you guys are great at engaging the community. Tell us a little bit about how you've been doing that for Forbidden Frostland.
Well, I think we've been to more munches in the past 2 months than we've been in the past 5 years. I mean, we have and like I said earlier, we are so unbelievably grateful to the area's munches leaders. We've also been posting a lot on FET and reaching out to other groups and events and parties. People have reached out to us from other big events, right? We're doing we're doing a huge sponsorship actually at Test Fest this year. So you're going to see a lot of our stuff there. We've got we're sponsoring the Littles Room, which we got all this cool stuff for the Littles Room, which is really kind of neat. We just bought this big stuffed bear and like little snowman
giant
kits.
ones.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, it's not too giant. But we got little snowman kits. You can make snowmen and snowballs.
And
you can throw fake snowballs at people. I mean, and
we're sponsoring the Wish board.
yes, we're sponsoring the Wish board there at Test Fest as well.
Yeah.
So for our listeners at home, tell us what a wish board is. I know.
So
what
it's
it is,
like an in search of board, right? So you can for people who are going there, things that they're looking to do with other people, they can write it down on a little note card and post it, tack it up to the board there, and it's really kind of cute. We built a whole new display for that, so that's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
then we've got just a bunch of other things too. We've got in everybody's attendee bag, there will be coupons and scratch offs. You could actually win a free registration. We're giving out several, quite a few registrations. If you look in your attendee bag, there'll be a little scratch off, and you just scratch it off, and you can see if you've won. I think everybody
Great
should
ideas.
even if you don't win a free registration, you might win other things. So be sure to scratch that off. In addition, there's a little candy bag of candy that's in the packet there, and
I'm sold.
Yes, right.
Who doesn't love
and I engraved 504 keychains for people. So I hand engraved these. This was a mistake because it ended up
taking slave. You are a man of honor.
Each of these little keychains took 2 minutes each, and when you have 500 of them, it took 18 hours. So that was a mistake, but I hope people at least appreciate the keychains, right? So it's yeah.
But he got
blood, sweat, and tears, friends. If you get a keychain in your swag bag, keep it.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, at least he got to test out his new laser engraving machine.
I got to,
and I got to enjoy playing with that tech. So, which is something he enjoys. So it was all good.
Very nice. So challenges. Talk to us about some of the challenges that you have experienced so far.
Yeah. So one of our biggest things, and we wanted to have registration up earlier than we had it up. But you know what? It's okay because getting the credit card processing was very difficult for when you're hosting any adult event. They do not look favorably. Companies do not look favorably upon this.
When you're a new company and you're running an adult event, I had but we eventually were able to use Forbidden tickets, and they have been phenomenal. And we're one of the first people that got to use one of their new APIs to kind of integrate our systems into their payments.
Yeah, they built that specifically for us.
And so, yeah, we're very, very grateful for them. They came around at just the right time. And
you're getting some good support. So what are your biggest surprises to this point?
So we kind of highlighted it a little bit already, but just the sheer amount of people who've come forward and said, hey, how can I help you? You know, and it's everyone from our good close friends to people we barely know have come out of the woodwork to say like, hey, what can I do to help? Even people who've, applied to be a presenter and have said like, hey, I know I'm going to be presenting most likely, but what else can I do? How else can I help? I will do whatever you need me to do on site. And we've had just so many people come forward and say that to us. It's unbelievable.
The love from so many people has been just outstanding. That was.
Yeah.
I guess it's not surprising, right? You'd say it's what's your biggest surprise, but it's reaffirming.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one thing, we know that you're any time that I've been connected to you guys or been, sharing FaceTime with you guys, it's always been a positive experience. I love you guys and everybody that I love.
Likewise.
Love you guys. So thank you. So it's, it's one thing to know that you are loved. And then it's another thing to see and feel that love through support. And I think that may be, I don't know if surprising or just like incredible honor. I'm sure that's where you guys are coming from because that's what I feel here on the podcast when people support me and want to be involved and want to connect. I'm like, geez, it's such an honor to have people who want to connect. And I'm sure that that's the way you feel.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. And it's been unreal.
Yeah, it's really been, yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about your staff. So you've got, I know you don't have the whole staff selected, but you've got a few really key people. If you want to just give some shout outs.
Yeah, we've got quite a bit of staff so far. So we don't necessarily need as big of a staff as say other events because
we're a brand new startup.
But we do have a lot of our staff, and one of the key people I want to highlight. Well, I want to highlight them all. Mr. Shari is our director of programming.
Hey, Mischief
Yes.
Manor in the house.
Mischief Matters. She, when we were starting this up, her and Catnip reached out to us, and they have been phenomenal. They are the best people to be associated with, and
I couldn't agree more.
We had like 50 friends in common, and we had never really
it's like we had all these friends in common, and Mr. Shari is so unbelievably welcoming and giving, and of her time, of her energy, of her, just everything, and she's doing a great job. And as is Catnip too. Catnip is going to be leading our care and support team.
Oh, nice.
And so that's similar to like an IRT team, but it's kind of encompassing not just both emotional and medical needs of our attendees. And so that's kind of where that is. And then one of the biggest people I got to call out is Young Scientist.
Yes, he's going to be our
important
director of safety and security, which is an extremely important position.
Absolutely. He is phenomenal and has proven himself time and time again over the years. I've known Young Scientist now for 20 years. Not 20 years. Has it been 20? Almost 8. At least 15 years. At least 15. It's been a while. He is phenomenal.
He makes a lot of important things happen.
Overanalyze is our director of operations. Okay. Phenomenal person. I can't tell you enough about him. They invited us to their cabin, and it was just a beautiful weekend away. Anyway, go on.
You've got some really good connections.
Yes. Kitten called Wolf is our director of vending, and we've known her for many, many years as well. Back from when we first started with NYCTNG. She used to run vending when I ran Test Fest. Phenomenal, expert, just very professional person. Wonderful, wonderful person. Miss Chell is our director of volunteering. Right.
Nice.
She runs the North Jersey Femdom Munch, which you have been there many, many times. Can't say enough about.
Yeah, I don't get a chance to go out to Munches very often, and that one is a good almost 2-hour ride for me. So I definitely make the trip because she's just incredible. So nice pick, really nice. And shout out to Young Scientist, the man who holds my heart.
Yeah. Sinor John, who is our director of equipment, and he just he's just really, really great. Unbelievably awesome.
Oh, you've got a lot.
And he and Raina Slave here are going to be working on. They have plans to be building some equipment.
We'll talk about equipment coming up, but we've got a lot.
I've seen some pictures.
Of cool stuff. Angel is our senior manager of security. Angel used to do security back when we ran Test Fest. A phenomenal person, very reliable. Awesome, unbelievably awesome. And then finally, C. Roberto and Helen Alexandria, who are they run mask parties. They are also the co-owners of
Corrupt Mind
Productions and Cornucopia. Their photos are phenomenal. And if anybody who's listening was at Fornicopia last year, they really know what they're doing when it comes to attendee privacy and security of photos.
Mm-hmm.
It is the way they have this really, really cool system where your photos are given to you before you leave the event.
Mm-hmm.
And they're given to you on a thumb drive, so you control them completely. And so
Not a lot of events offer that. So
they're
it's
not
cool
put up on a website where other attendees could possibly see you in any kind of compromising position. They've really thought this through, and they're really, really phenomenal people. And we're so, so happy to have them on board.
Yeah, the pictures are incredible. That's like top shelf photography.
Yes.
For sure. For sure.
All right, so let's talk about some sneak peeks. We got the insider info here. So talk to us. What can you share with us? Like, I don't expect everything, but I just want, like, give me little bit of crumbs. Give me little snippets of what can we expect?
Absolutely. So as you know, so it's going to be January. So of course, the courtyard is not going to be quite the same as it is in the summer. However, we still would love to have some, we're going to have dog sled races.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, right. I mean, how cool is that?
Amazing.
Hopefully the weather will cooperate with a little bit of snow. Hopefully nothing blizzard-esque, but that would be lovely. Just a little bit of snow, enough to throw snowballs at people, which would also be really fun and unique.
So we are going to have some equipment out in the courtyard, right? Not as much, but you have everybody whips or flogs somebody on a cross, right? When was the last time you threw snowballs at your slave on a cross?
Love this.
Right?
Love this.
It's people think, oh, you can't use the courtyard because it's going to be cold and it's going to be snowy. No, you get all different types of scenes that you can't do in the summer. And so
you're so right. It's just a different perspective.
We're absolutely leaning into this.
So we're also hoping to have some hot chocolate socials.
Yes, nightly hot chocolate socials.
Sign me up.
Yes.
Going to have some really epic pool parties. We're gonna have 3 simultaneous parties going on.
So this was kind of a neat idea, and it's not fully it's not completely there. The thought, everything. We were thinking about having 3 separate parties before the dungeon space opens one night that are different themes.
Tell me about this.
So one of the parties we were thinking about was doing a clothed dominant nude submissive party.
Very nice.
One of the other parties we were thinking about was a spanking party, right? Because there's not a lot of spanking programming.
You're so right. The spankos get left out so often.
Yes,
and so track for that.
And then the other kind of track would be a rope and pallet wrap palooza track.
Yes.
So party. So fingers crossed, and that might change a little bit between now and then. But that's what we are thinking.
And I have to give a special shout out to Sophie Meekman. I know she's listening. She's going to be the ringleader for some really, really cool social special events that we're going to do.
Let me tell you something. Sophie has the best, most deliciously evil ideas. I support.
Yes, she does.
She does, and she's got that ringleader energy, and that's what we love, and we can't wait to bring that. It's going to be so much fun.
Phenomenal.
That's awesome.
One of the most awesome people we have ever met.
So it's going to be so much fun.
All right, so I want to share. I did a little bit of community engagement, and I asked for some feedback, And
Mhm.
I got one bit of feedback from a dear friend of mine, Sweet Girl 8 on FetLife.
Mhm.
And what she said was, and it's very interesting. She said, I would love to see a class or a panel on menopause and kink. She says menopause affects women in the lifestyle and their partners, and kink is all about communication. But this is one area where we're greatly lacking. So women are often totally unprepared for what happens to their bodies in regular life, let alone in the lifestyle. So I think that's a great suggestion. What do you guys think about that?
I completely love that. So I will tell you, I am 42. I feel like I'm starting to go into perimenopause now. I feel like all my friends are kind of starting to talk about this, and
Yes.
it
Same.
absolutely is a phenomenal idea.
I think we have. I think there was one class that had that, but we will bring that up
It. Yeah.
With
Awesome.
Ms. Rishari and see what we can do.
Because I do love that idea of discussing that. I think it's something we need to discuss.
It's like the big elephant in the room. Yeah,
It is.
it is.
So
what else can we see?
Oh, so there was two more things that we were going to highlight with special events. So one of the things we were hoping in the courtyard is to get have a big sex yurt. Do you know what a yurt is?
Yes, but we have to describe this. So tell me about the sex yurt.
Okay, so we reached out to basically rent a big 16-foot yurt. And it'll be heated. We're gonna have a heater in there. It'll be lit and yeah, no, we
it'll be lit.
What? Yes,
it's
right.
Be lit in more ways.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, that's and then this is something that we were thinking of, and we can't promise it yet, but we've got some early thoughts about it, and this was doing a kinky escape room for NCSF.
Ooh Tell me about that. So you want to do a kinky escape room?
So the idea would be that you and a few friends would sign up to do the escape room. Mm-hmm. You just have to donate something to NCSF, because we are now a coalition member of NCSF. Okay. One of the things that we need to do as being a coalition member of NCSF is we have to put on a fundraiser for NCSF. And so one of the things we thought we could do is do a kinky escape room, mm-hmm. where it'd be very similar to any other normal escape room that you guys have thought. The idea would be, that you sign up and you try and solve all the puzzles and do everything within an hour or less. Yeah.
Wow. That sounds like a super cool idea.
So we really want to do it. There's so much to get done that I cannot promise that will happen.
You guys have great sleepover games planned.
Yes.
Love this.
It's going to be the best sleepover in your life.
Best sleepover ever.
And then this was at last year's Test Fest, the highlight of my event. This was it was just phenomenal. And it's the Goddess Tea, presented by Goddess House.
Yeah, My Leather Family Goddess House. We present the teas, and we adore doing it. And yeah, every time we get the opportunity, I'm so glad that you're giving us the opportunity to do that, because tea and tea service and all things tea related are it's close to my heart. So I've spoken ad nauseum on tea and all things tea. So I'm really excited. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to do that.
I mean, that it's really us who should be thanking you guys. Right. I mean, the amount of detail and work that's put into that cannot be understated. I mean, it is. And last year was the first time I had ever been able to go to a tea, and I had the time of my life. It was so great. I was so just blown away by. Can I say her name?
Yeah, Velvet Contessa. She is
perfect.
the
Okay.
mastermind behind Tea and Mistress Gabrielle, and they are
absolutely
powerhouses for tea.
She's just a great individual. We have, we've gotten to know her a little more recently within the past few years, and she is just such a wonderful person. And I can't say enough really great things about her.
Velvet Contessa is somebody who is not just, she's not just my leather sister. She is my mentor and probably my closest friend in life in general. So she is, to me, she's an incredible human being. And to the rest of us, she is also an incredible human being.
Yes.
She has these really just talents and
Oh,
affinity for making magic happen. And it's going to be good.
Yeah. No,
and tea is always the highlight of any event that I go to. I always have to make sure I have my tea ticket because I do not want to miss out on tea.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And
when
we
they
are
go on
hoping,
sale, they sell out quick.
So. I know. We are hoping to put the tea service in a little bit of a larger one of the other rooms, so that we can accommodate some more tables. Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we, if you like the tea, be sure to check us out.
Awesome. So I want to talk about you, that you're limiting attendance for this event, and tell us a little bit about why. It might sound a little counterintuitive, but I think once you explain it, people will sort of understand.
So we are limiting the attendance to approximately 600 to 650 attendees, right? And it is, we will put that kind of cap on to make sure that because we aren't making it overloaded, right? So that we don't have, it's not going to be too crowded. This is, our event is taking place in January. So while we will have the courtyard, and the courtyard is going to be phenomenal to play, we're going to have heat lamps. We're going to have, it's really going to be done, hopefully very well. But we do want to make sure that people can play,
and we do want to have more usable equipment in the main play space as well.
So that was one of the things. One of the reasons we're also getting a lot of our own equipment. We may also rent equipment as well, but we are getting a lot of our own equipment to make sure that we have more usable equipment in the space. Right.
What kinds of stuff can we expect to see?
Well, we've got a ton of medical tables. Too many. We we started off with one, and we were able to get one, and then we some wonderful people who are attending were able to get us 4 more medical tables. Now we might get rid of a couple because they're big and bulky, but we have
medical tables. What else do we have?
We have this really great double cross that we just got. And we're also going to be making a bunch of crosses, so that's going to be coming up here shortly. We plan on having quite a few of those. We just got 5 sex slings.
There's one set up in my kitchen right now.
Yes.
Because who doesn't have a sex sling in the kitchen, really?
Yes, right.
Exactly.
Well, I had to open them up to make sure that they came, they weren't damaged or anything.
Oh,
so
quality assurance.
Exactly. Quality control, right? we also got two brand new benches, and we're going to have more benches than what we have so far. But we acquired two benches. We also have a wonderful kneeling pillory, which was really cool. We have Mr. Shari has some stuff that she wanted to give us, some I think 1 or 2 cages and another pillory and stuff.
Yes.
We have this really cool royalty chair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
throne.
Yeah, throne chair. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes. Right. So we got this really cool throne chair.
On this throne chair, does it have lion heads on it by any chance?
Not yet.
It could.
Special request put in by me.
But yeah, and then we also what else? So, and one of the other, we're getting new suspension rigs. They're going to have our name engraved on the top of them. It's going to look really, really cool. Yeah, so some of that's still in process, so it's hard to tell you exactly what that's going to look like till after.
In the process of acquiring and building, and
we're in the beginning stages. But this sounds so cool. You guys have so many awesome ideas and things already that you're collecting and sort of squirreling away. So I'm excited to see where this lands.
And then we talk to you. Oh, I'm sorry. And then we will have a full-time small dungeon space for open at all hours, pretty well, except overnight. But yeah. So that way, if if you're like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you want to go play, you can.
By all means.
Yeah, I love this. This is good. You've got a good handle on things. Talk to me about your anticipated use of technology. We talked about this, and I was shocked. I was really blown away. It was remarkable the way that you spoke about how you're going to be embracing technology and sort of streamlining your ops quite a bit. So talk to us about the automation. What do we have going on here?
So some of it's still being worked on, obviously. But so if you register through a system. That same system is centrally managed, and it helps manage the entire event. So from presenters to vendors to volunteers, operations. It's the nice thing about that is when information is entered, then it can be easily, distributed correctly. And I want to be careful when I say that, because just as an aside, any personal attendee information is kept strictly confidential, and that is only accessible to the executive directors and very few NDA'd individuals. So it is very tightly controlled.
Awesome. Love this.
Part of that is we have plans on setting up registration kiosks, right? So when you come in, you will scan your ID, and it will and then it will basically give you probably a slip of like a receipt slip that you would hand to somebody, and that slip would basically say that yes, you've
confirmed your identity.
You confirmed your identity, and that we have an e-waiver on file for you. Oh, so
that's something we want people.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something we want people to sign in advance, just so you don't have to waste your time.
So we're gonna be sending out e-waivers in advance of the event. In this way, there's no long lines for everybody signing waivers. Then somebody has to check the waivers. All this stuff will be done hopefully in advance. and then the people at registration will only be able to really see your badge name and your attendee number. They might
Oh
just
my God,
check your
that sounds
ID just to kind of quickly glance at it to make sure that it's you. But the idea is that we hope to have everybody will be given an envelope with their badge in it and with the wristband in it, and it's like here's your ID, here's your packet, you're all done, and that's
That's
registration.
great. I love the idea of kiosks. And it's a technology that we should be really familiar with
Mm.
in life, and just walking around vanilla life. And to have that cuts out
Mm.
so many less people with access to the personal information.
Right,
And that's cutting edge. Like
right.
that's huge. Wow. Good job.
So that is part of our just information security, making sure that people, so that we really control that information very, very much. Additionally, and this is more a behind the scenes thing, but the system will automatically message volunteers and presenters, like before their shifts, right? And
This
so
is a push notification and reminder
yes,
system too.
yes.
Yeah.
So, and on top of that, for like security and for if there's any emergency situations, the system, like let's say there was, well, just take for example, fire alarms going off, right?
Mhm.
Because this has happened, and
Happened.
it happens unfortunately. But
Mhm.
the system will automatically send to the people that need to do certain things exactly what they need to do, right? So it will send out messages in mass exactly where individuals need to go, like for their tasks to do, whatever kind of emergency procedure that we have, right? We do have emergency procedures in place, or will have them in place for a variety of things that could go wrong. Fingers crossed. It never needs to happen, but we will have
But you're ready
those
for it
things.
just in case.
Yes,
So
we will have all of
you've got
this stuff in
operating
place.
procedures and safety procedures already canned in. That's amazing.
Yes, and so it's interesting. It's makes managing the event easier if it's all in a management system. And yeah,
That is
so
wonderful. I love that you're taking technology and really using it to a serious strength for
mm,
streamlining and for protecting us. Like that's you covered all the bases that, you bridged the gaps that are with every event I've ever gone to.
yeah.
So, and I heard a rumor that
Mm.
when you were on Test Fest staff, you had the fastest emergency response that led to the fastest hotel evacuation ever, and that was said to you by
Well,
who?
okay. So this was it was the fastest that hotel had ever been evacuated,
Evacuated.
according to the Piscataway fire department. Um,
So your
and
methods
we
work.
so we had a and we'll probably we'll use very similar procedures to how we did that. But the way you kind of do it is you basically assign people per floor when the alarms go off, and so you grab, two people, they go to the fifth floor, two people goes to the fourth floor, third floor, etc., and you just have them race down and knock on all the doors, right, to get people out if you need.
Mhm.
And then in the dungeon space, you evacuate out of those doors, and you kind of have these staff. They know what to do. Security knows what to do, and yeah,
Wow.
it's
Good for you. That's awesome. So I'm going to roll into the chat because I think our our leader of Pervertistan has some things to say. So, about this system, is it like a mini ERP?
Yes,
Ah,
it is exactly a mini ERP. And yes, it is homegrown. I am a software developer by trade.
did you make it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Okay.
cool. Very, very nice. She also says that we need a throne for photo ops. I agree.
100%.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know what might be really cool is during the day, if we took the throne out and used that at boot blacking.
Oh,
Yes.
That might be really
I
cool.
love the boot blacks.
You
And
know,
it'll be winter, so everybody's gonna have boots.
yes.
exactly.
Perfect. It's perfect. All right, so let's get into ticketing and hotel rooms and discount codes. I want to thank you
Yeah.
so much for offering our listeners, and this is our big drop here. If you go to the registration page, which I will show you in just a moment, if you go to the event registration page and you put in the discount code GrowlPod, you're going to get $20 off your hotel registration. So that's awesome.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for offering that to our listeners.
Absolutely.
Tell us more about ticketing while I pull this up.
Yeah, so the discount code is for the if you're staying at the hotel, either 3 nights or 2 nights, you'll get $20 off the tier 1 registration, and it's good until the end of tier 1, which is I think July 25th at 11:59 p.m. So
Yes, and I would like to highlight that we have our payment plan option available right now, so that you don't have to worry about everything hitting your credit card all at once. It'll be broken down into 3 separate payments. Makes it a little easier to stomach. Especially if you're getting the hotel rooms, it can add up.
Yeah.
So we really wanted to offer that to our attendees. And we do have also a pay by check option now, if you would like to avoid the credit card processing fees as well.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah. So, one of the things that people have kind of mentioned, and we kind of started this before certain wars started and gas prices went up to $5 a gallon.
To be specific.
Yes. And the and the economy not doing great. We kind of got put into this, where people are hurting, and our community is hurting, and we hear it, and we definitely want to do what we can to help. So we do some processing fees for credit cards, and the main reason for that is because of the hotel. We sell the hotel rooms at cost, right? So we don't mark up the rooms at all. What you pay is exactly what we pay them. Unfortunately, what happens is then if you have if you're putting it on a credit card, then the credit card is going to charge money to that. So we do charge for the processing and the ticketing fees.
So I just want to let everybody know what I've got on the screen here is the ticket pricing. This is on forbiddenfrostland.com. And you've got a number of different menus that you can look at. And here we have the pricing. Right now, Tier 1 pricing ends July 25th. That is also the expiration for the GrowlPod discount, just as an FYI. So it looks like it's $119 per person for the discounted registration.
Yes.
And with so on and so forth.
Yes, with the GrowlPod discount code, it's actually $99.
Yay, under $100. Everybody run, don't walk. Get over to this website, register so that I can see you at Forbidden Frostland in the winter. Very nice. All right, so that's where, and this is all linked in the show notes.
Yes,
Right,
and you would enter the code on the second step of the registration there.
Very cool. Now, How can we get involved? I think I think presenter applications, if I'm not mistaken, have closed, correct?
Um, yeah, pretty much. We have gotten a lot of presenters who have wanted to. In fact, we're running into the problem that we don't have enough space to kind of put everybody who's already applied. Now, the application's still there. You can submit, and if we can't get to you this year, we can always get to you maybe next year, or if it's something that you're putting in that we might be missing on our schedule. That would definitely, we could also, that might be a good help. So do feel free to reach out. It might be faster to just email programming at forbiddenfrostland.com to see if you should go ahead and put an application in or not. But we are taking volunteer and vendor applications currently.
And for everybody at home, I've got that up on the screen here. Once you click register for Forbidden Frostland from the previous window that I showed you, it brings you here where you've got a number of different options. You can register for the event up at the top here, register now. Volunteer, we're currently accepting volunteer applications, vendor applications. If you guys are making cool stuff or selling cool stuff, please apply. We want to buy it. And then, of course, the presenter application is not live, but again, you address that. We can just email you see if there's any space. Very nice.
All right. And so we'll probably be announcing presenters sometime after Test Fest. But yeah, so we but that's in the works right now, and hopefully that will be very shortly after Test Fest.
So how many volunteers are you thinking that you'll be having, or how many are you looking for?
So typically events of this size typically need about 100 volunteers.
Okay.
And so, we've gotten quite a few applications in so far. We're probably a little less than half of what we need. So we still,
Yeah. So yeah, keep getting in.
Yes. So we actually, and then we actually got quite a few registrations pop in just before, like when we ended our pre-sale event just last Saturday. So yeah, we've gotten it. We're getting legs here.
Yes, we are. And
great.
I apologize. I had a little bit of a coughing fit. I don't know if you guys heard me. I kind of ran out of the room for a moment.
Oh, you were fine. Right? You managed it well. Are we okay?
Yes, I'm good.
'Tis the season.
Yes.
So how many vendor opportunities will you be on?
So we're looking to have about 10 vendors in our main space, around 10 to 12 vendors, depending on if they take a single booths or double booths.
Okay.
And then we also have in-room vending for vendors who do want to do that. The nice thing about in-room vending is that you get to set your own hours if you do the in-room vending. It's a little more expensive just simply because of the room cost, but honestly, they work out to about the same if you're in the main hall and are also getting a room, right? So it's not, yeah.
And I have to say, as someone who I did vend for Test Fest and Brimstone when the Brimstone had come back to that hotel in Piscataway. I vended with a good friend of mine who had a bra and lingerie store, Brazen Bras, if anybody remembers it. So we were in room vending, and when the vending closed, man, if people didn't flock looking to spend their money. And I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
We'll stay open till 1 a.m. Sounds great.
Yeah.
And
right.
it was a good opportunity to get those sales, even if it was later. And I'm speaking from a vendor perspective, of course, but as an attendee, I mean, the people were so happy that, when they finished up with all the classes they wanted to
Yeah.
take and all the events they wanted to be at and all the scenes that they wanted to have, they still had time. They didn't miss the opportunity to buy a cute, lingerie piece or stockings that never fall down or,
Mhm.
what have you. And that was, from an attendee standpoint, it came in clutch for a lot of people. So in-room vending, don't knock it.
No,
Yeah.
it's absolutely great. Our main vending hall will, I think, and the hours might change, but we so far right now it's from Friday. It'll be from 3 p.m. To 8 p.m. And then from Saturday it'll be 11 to 8 p.m. And
Okay.
then Sunday will be 11 to 3 p.m.
I think is that 8 p.m. Is that an hour later than Tess usually
That,
has
that,
until 7, right?
yeah. Yes.
I think so, right? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to
Largely,
wrap my head around.
one of the things that we so it depends. Different vendors like different things. Some vendors like to close a little earlier because they've been there all day,
Sure.
and it's hard. But then one of the nice things about staying open a little bit later is because it's past the last class block, right?
Mm,
And so you
smart.
get those after class sales, and so and because we're closing at 3 on Sunday, we wanted to stay open a little bit later on Friday and Saturday. And the reason we're closing at 3 is because that's when the hotel will switch over. Now that might change if more people end up staying the third night, and then we're able to renegotiate there.
Sure. So we talked a little bit about the special events,
Mm-hmm.
and you shared with me a little story about what had come out of like a kinky
Mm-hmm.
speed dating event. I want to give you the opportunity in the space to talk about that because there's so many beautiful things that come out of these weekend events and the special events that we put together and host at these. So tell us your little tidbit, your little story about a kinky speed dating.
So this was at, I believe I believe this was Test Fest 2014,
Okay.
when I was running it. It could have been 2015, but I think it was 2014. Um, we had a kinky speed dating, and two people met there at the speed dating, and they ended up getting married.
Oh, I
Right.
love this.
And then they ended up having kids. And, it's that little thing that is just really rewarding. It's so rewarding when you think about, if not for your planning, if not for you executing to do this, that, these lives wouldn't be forever changed positively. You'd have lives that wouldn't even exist, right?
So right.
It is, it's deep to think about, and it's part of, I think, those types of things that really matter are the things that really give me those are the most rewarding things, that when you're volunteering and doing stuff like this.
Yeah, a lot of emotional equity comes out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So talk to me about the community message. What community message are you sending here?
So, we just want to say too, like, as we were setting this up, we didn't want to step on anyone's toes. We really feel like the community, it's really not about competition. It's about lifting each other up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of that's how we're approaching this, and that's how, excuse me.
You all right?
Yeah, can you finish that thought?
No, but it really, it's not about competition, right? We are stronger together. I remember in 2014, when we were running Test Fest, we did this Summer of Kink we reached out to Floating World, and we did this whole summer of kink thing where you could get both, go to both events for discounted on both.
That's awesome. You get like a bundle ticket.
And not only that, we we did a staff swap and all sorts of stuff, and it's about, you know, it's about lifting the community up together. And if it's not competition, and I really don't like it when that mentality takes hold.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It is, if you succeed, we all succeed. We are too small of a community to be, you know, in kind of that kind of competition. This should be, you know, about making our community and our people, you know, just being able to express themselves.
Building supportive spaces.
Yes.
And building, you know, community. That's what it's about, and bolstering each other. And, you know, I like the if I eat, we eat mentality that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Oh, welcome back, Mistress Raina. You
Yes,
okay?
I apologize.
Are you
That's
okay?
You're a champ. We're getting through this. So let's talk about the hospitality-centered approach that you have. We touched on it a little bit, but I wanna allow you the opportunity to drive that point home, because I think it's important, and I know that this is something that every single event feels. Every person, or I shouldn't say I know. I don't know what anybody feels, but I'm sure that that is part of the foundation that goes into building the event, but you want to focus heavily on it. And I want to give you the floor to talk more about that.
Yeah. So, you know, so this event, you know, I mean, we're a brand new startup. We are not a big corporate conglomerate. We are not, you know, a huge organization. We are just two people
Who try very,
Raina
very
and
hard.
Clay.
Exactly. So we're trying to make this happen, and I think a big part of it too, like we love just greeting people and welcoming them and making them feel welcome. You know, that I think is the most important thing, really.
It's,
That's where all customer service begins.
you know, it's not, you want it to be a lot of, you want people to be there, and you want, you know, all your friends and all your, everybody to be there, but you want to, you know, touch people in a way that they're going to really appreciate, and really kind of, you want to hit that right note. And sometimes that's an art, you know, and you can't always get it right. But you want to do your best, and you want to try and make sure that everybody feels welcome. And if they don't, you have to, you know, by all means, if anybody who's listening, if you ever have any issue whatsoever, we are there to help you. We are there to you know, to be there, help solve your problem, any problem you might have, and hopefully, yeah,
that's really what we're striving for.
And then the moment of first connection and reconnection is so vitally important. You almost want to be over the top welcoming people, right? It's better to be over the top and
then not enough. Yeah,
they're appreciated, even if it gets a little annoying, than not tell them enough.
Oh, yes. I love this. All right, guys, thank you so much. We're going to move on to a little game as we get a little bit later in the show. This is something that I love to do. It's like, it's a fun time. It's where I insert a little whimsy into the information highway that I'm on right here. So I'm going to bring up our spinning wheel. We're going to have a little fun with it. All right, here we are. And I've personalized it for your logo.
Ooh, all right.
All right, so in this wheel, when I spin it, there's going to be little headings that are attached to little mini prompts. And they're meant to be very whimsical, a lot of fun, just real short snippets of fun time. So I'm going to give it a spin and we're going to see where we land.
All right.
Fantastic. Ooh, the
secret talent.
Secret talent.
So what is one completely mundane talent that you have? And you guys can pick who answers this.
You know what? Because I had to run out of the room, so I'll answer.
By all means.
I make a truly amazing breakfast burrito.
It is pretty good.
It is spectacular, and I've been started making them every single weekend.
What's in it?
So I prefer mine with just eggs, bacon, cheese. I keep it simple. It's really good. The eggs are seasoned really well.
I like mine with that.
He likes his with rice included as well.
Yes, so
I think rice is too much, but
I like it with the rice. But she does both.
Do you think you can get breakfast burritos on the menu at Forbidden Frostland at the breakfast buffet?
I can talk with the manager about that. We'll see.
All right, let's give it another spin. Breakfast burritos. I love that. All right, the cheerleader. So what I would like you to do is I want you to turn to each other and give one. This could be for both of you. Give one specific reason why the other person is going to absolutely crush running Forbidden Frostland 2027. Be the cheerleader for us.
Well, Ash is my rock. And she has been my everything since we first met. She's always in my corner. And I rely on her and her support always. And there is her ability to, just be so unbelievably awesome is.
Well, I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah, right. Is I think that I can't do anything without her in my corner. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I love this. So sweet. That's going to be a tough act to follow. Go ahead.
It really is, but trust me, there is nothing that my slave will overlook. He is so detail oriented to the point where it is sickening. And I'm like, really, do we need that? Is this really necessary? And he will always tell me, yes, it is necessary, and we have to, do all this stuff. And trust me, no detail will go overlooked.
I love this. Oh, you guys are each other's cheerleaders. I love that.
All right, presentation matters.
It does.
Yes,
it does. All right. So speaking of hyper focus, what is one tiny detail about event planning that you are completely obsessed with getting right?
Just one?
Well, we got to pick one.
More than anything, and we've touched on this, I want people to feel welcome. I want people to feel welcome more than anything. I do also want them to see the little extra efforts we put into each and everything we do. We've got it's nice to I don't know. I mean, you can tell when people care.
When people put the
extra effort and the extra mile into things.
Yeah.
You sure can.
For sure.
So that's your hyper focus. I love it. All right, one last spin. MacGyver moment.
MacGyver moment.
All right, so I want you to share a time when you've had to MacGyver a situation. And this is in honor of Richard Dean Anderson's character, Angus MacGyver, who was a super resourceful, for anybody who doesn't know, a super resourceful government secret agent on a TV series that many of us know and love. It ran from 85 to 92. So share with us your MacGyver moment.
Honestly, it's almost everything I do is MacGyver. I mean, in our basement, I have a half rack of servers where I run my own email servers and development environments. And I've been remodeling our house now for the past 8 years. I've been doing it ourselves, and well, with young scientists' help a little bit. Yes, he was really great helping us out with that, but even our event, like I'm building the new registration system and the IT systems and all of this stuff
all from scratch.
It's all it's
you are MacGyver.
You know, it is that's finding building out a really great dungeon space on a budget, and I mean, there's just so much there. I can't think of just one MacGyver thing. I think it's all
nicely done. So you are actually, the MacGyver moment is the story of your life, is what we're getting at.
Kind of.
So what I want to do is, if we can, I mean, you don't have to commit to it now, but I would love to do, like, in a couple of months when things are a little bit further on, I want to do a follow-up show with you and do maybe like some presenter, maybe we can have a presenter panel and sort of highlight some of the presenters or meet the staff and get, some of the really cool people on the show. What do you think about that?
That sounds
great.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
Excellent idea.
So we're so in.
Awesome. Yeah, I want to support you guys any way that I can, because I cannot wait. And I believe that this is going to be I know that this is going to be such a great success. And you are going to build a legacy that is going to last. So what is the legacy that you hope to build as Florentine Flock and with your new event?
Sure. So, I don't even know if we feel like we need to build a legacy. We just really, really want everyone to have a great time and be safe. And that's the most important thing to us, really.
I'm almost reminded of, there was a line in Star Trek Picard. I don't know if anybody's seen that, where he's like, "I'm not a man who needs a legacy," right? But I think, as long as we show everybody a good time, that's what we want. It's not so much about us and our legacy as it is about our attendees.
What do you hope to be the biggest takeaway from your attendees after your inaugural weekend?
We want to see tons of rosy cheeks and warm afterglows. Right. And we especially want to convert first timers, because we do already have a few first timers registered, into lifelong community members.
That's so cool.
Very nice. If there is a legacy to be had, it's the next generation.
I love it. So how can we connect with you? Like, as Mistress Raina and Raina's slave, how can we connect with you guys?
Sure. So you can find me on FET. My name is Mistress Raina with an underscore in the middle. You can also go to Florentine Flock. We have an account as well. You can check out Forbidden Frostland's event page, where we will be, hopefully announcing some presenters and making some more announcements in the coming weeks and months.
Very nice. And for our
Um,
listeners at home, I pulled up the FetLife profile Florentine Flock, and here we are. Right here I love this. It's complicated. It sure is complicated.
It is for sure complicated.
and it's and there's my Fet profile as well, Raina's Slave, and we also are on Instagram and Blue Sky.
Blue Sky, yeah.
Yes. So if and we also have a Discord server.
Yes.
So it's there as well.
It's just getting started.
It's just getting started. But we do have areas there. You can make introductions. You could do if you're looking for anything, you can go hit up that Discord. We're also you can check out. I think there's an NJ Discord that we have a thread there.
So you're all over. Plenty of ways to connect with you.
All over the place. In addition, you can register on our website, forbiddenfrostland.com.
Yes,
the mailing list.
There's a mailing list that you can sign up for. And those we do give some really cool things to our mailing list people. In fact, they were able to register several hours before anybody else could. The people who were on our mailing list, signed up for our mailing list. So, but yeah.
Very nice. And how can we support you guys other than just buying tickets, register for rooms, and getting out to the event and volunteer and any other ways that we could support you?
Absolutely. So what we need right now, we need promotions. So if you and all of your listeners, if you think this sounds like a great event for you, please tell your friends. Say, hey,
this show.
Yeah, exactly. Say, hey, I'm going to be going. You should check this out.
And if you run, if any of your listeners, if you run a munch, if you run a group, if you run, if you just got a bunch of friends, right? You can email us at hello@forbiddenfrostland.com, and we will give you discount code to give to your munch attendees or your members. If you want to sponsor, we do in-kind sponsorships too. So we have a whole bunch of sponsorship opportunities that are going to be coming up for attendee bags. If you want to put,
the Growl is definitely going to be sponsoring you guys.
Absolutely.
For sure. Fantastic.
Absolutely. And but you could put postcards or bag stuffers, all sorts of cool things that we've got. So
the biggest thing right now is just word of mouth, just getting it out there. So
amazing.
And if there's anything any of your listeners want to see, email us,
please,
because this event is not for us; it's for you. Mm-hmm. So we want to make sure that you guys are having a good time. If there is some really cool idea that you want to see, let us know.
Yeah, and if you drop it down in the comments below, I will forward all of the messages on for sure.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Very nice. Well, thank you so much, both of you, for being here and all the awesome information and insights and inspiring stuff that you have shared with us tonight. You guys are really knocking it out of the park on this event, and I am super, super excited about it. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys had as much of a great time as I did having you.
Oh, thank you so much.
The pleasure is all ours. I mean, thank you. You have been a phenomenal support and just phenomenal, by the way.
We appreciate
it all.
Anytime and every time, my friends. So to everyone tuning in, thank you so much for being here. I want you to smash subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified of all the things that we do here on the Growl Pod. Hit me up with some love in the comments. Drop some love for the Growl Pod, for the Florentine Flock, for Mistress Raina and Raina's Slave. Either here on YouTube or any of other platforms. I adore hearing from you, and it sounds like our guests really do too. There's plenty of ways for us to connect. You can find me, the Lady Lioness, on FetLife. I'm also on Instagram, the Growl Pod. And Forbidden Frostland tickets, just to reiterate this, they are on sale and they are flying. So take advantage of the awesome payment plans and the money saving options. And you better hurry because you don't want to miss the event. I will definitely be there and I hope to see you. So remember, you guys are my tribe and you all belong here. And I appreciate the fire that you bring to the Growl Pod community. And in case this is the first time that you've heard it today, I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you all next week on The Growl.